In this video, I, Craig Curelop, aka the FI Guy, are going to show you what exactly is house hacking. You've probably heard this term all over the internet, on Bigger Pockets, in fellow real estate forums, all of these different places. What the heck is house hacking? And why is it so powerful? That's what this video is about. And if you are just looking to get into real estate investing, I'm almost guaranteed that house hacking is going to be the method. So, what is house hacking? House hacking is the idea that you purchase a 1 to 4 unit property. You put a little small percent down, typically 0% to 5% down. Because you're putting such a little amount down, you are required to live there for 1 year. While you're living there, you live in one room in a single family house, or 1 unit if it's a duplex, triplex, or quad, and you rent out the other bedrooms or other units, or perhaps even rent out an additional dwelling unit in the backyard or in the basement. That way the rent from the spots you aren't living in covers your mortgage and you live for free, right? And so you can probably understand just why exactly this is so powerful, right? The first reason, you're eliminating your rent. I'm guessing that rent is probably your largest expense right now, either rent or mortgage payment. For most Americans, it's about 30 to 33% of the amount that they make, right? Imagine eliminating it completely. I haven't paid rent or mortgage in almost 4 years now, and it's been great, and it's been a tremendous value add to building my wealth. The second thing is, on top of having $0 rent payment, right, you're also likely going to be cash flowing. So that means you're actually going to make more from rent than you would on your mortgage, less any reserves and vacancy and all of those things, so that you're actually going to be making money and living for free. So these are kind of similar, but really it's just an ultimate cash flow haven for you and your finances. The third reason is appreciation. Over time, all sorts of at least decent investments appreciate, especially if you're in a city or a popular place to be. It's just real estate tends to go up over the long term, right? There's really never even been a 10-year period where real estate has gone down. I know you think of 2008, 2009 of a big recession, but before that, right, they're still probably up from 1998 and 1999, right? And so and they're way higher today. So people who could hold on to their investments through recessions are just doing tremendously better. That's why you have to make sure your property cash flows, so that way when the market does take a dip, you're able to hold on until it gets back up. The fourth big thing is loan pay down, right? Every single month you have your mortgage payment due. Well, that mortgage payment is split up into 2 parts. It's principal, which is the amount that you borrowed and you pay that down, and interest, which is basically you paying the bank for allowing you to borrow money. And so every month that principal payment gets larger and larger. That ratio kind of goes like this, with principal going up and interest going down each month. And each time your loan pay down increases your net worth, because that's a lesser amount you owe to the bank, and your tenants usually pay that. The last reason why house hacking is so powerful is because it's such a low down payment, right? There's no other investment vehicle where you can get a return this big without without a crazy risk, right? Like people will say Bitcoin or startups or angel investing. Absolutely, you can get a larger return there, right? But the risk there is tremendous. The risk here is not large at all compared to those type of investments. And so I just want to run with you guys my first deal, right? My first house hacking deal I bought in June 2017. So we're about 3.5 years away from that. And I want to show that one to you because appreciation isn't real until you can actually see it, right? You can assume a 5 or 10% growth rate, but until you actually see it, it's not there. And so I want to show you what this property has done for me in the past 3.5 years. So here we are, right? So eliminate rent, right? So for basically 1 year, I was paying about $400. When I was living there, I was paying about $400. My living situation would have cost me about $400. Right, I was doing something kind of crazy. I was living behind a curtain and all those things. We can get into that in a different video. But the idea here is that I was saving on rent because I was paying actually nothing. Right, my cash flow was $600. So I was actually making $600 over the mortgage. Right, so there's $600 a month. So when I move out, I'm able to re-rent my portion for $400 a month. So no matter what, my cash flow when I move out or when I'm there is a total of $1,000 a month, right? So this here is $1,000 per month. Let's see, let's do it like this: $1,000 per month, or $12,000 per year. This one here, appreciation. I got a little bit lucky here, and you can get lucky too. Right? This property I bought for $385,000 in 2017. It's now worth about $550,000. Over the course of 3 years, it's appreciated about $66,000 per year, right? So here is, we're gonna do this as if it is just year one. So it appreciated $66,000 in year one. And my loan pay down, right? That portion of my payment each month that went to principal was about $8,000. And so if you add up all of these numbers, right? 12,000 plus 8,000 is 20,000, 20,000 plus 66,000, right? That's what, $86,000 of added net worth in year one. And you know why this is so powerful? This is why you're gonna see it so powerful, right? Is because my down payment, I used a 3.5% down FHA loan for this one. I only paid $17,000 down, right? So I only paid $17,000 for my down payment. You know what that ROI is? That's over a 500% ROI, right? What other investment vehicle can get you a 500% ROI? I basically gave $17,000 at the beginning of when I purchased my property in order to receive $86,000 in net worth just in the first year, right? Remember, this thing has kept increasing at $66,000 per year for the next 2 years. Who's to say what it does from now on? But either way, right, I've gotten so much more of my money back here. And let's just say, right, I didn't get lucky. And I don't get this appreciation. In fact, I get 0 appreciation, right? This number here is still $20,000, right? It's still $20,000 because you've got the loan pay down, which is obvious. You can just calculate that from your amortization schedule. And you got your cash flow, which is fairly predictable. So that is still over. I'm giving $17,000 in June, and by June 2017, and by June 2018, I've got $20,000 added back into my bank account. That's still over 100% return, right? And I've done this year over year over year, 4 times now. And I've helped dozens of others, actually probably hundreds of others, do this exact thing, and they achieve similar results. So please tell me a reason why you can't have some.